Are finalists in a statewide contest, what they've been able to achieve while in high school, and a sneak peek of their films next. In the upstate, and joining me now is Sarah Bradley Wells from Clemson and Mac Mott from Easley. Thank you both so much for stopping by.
Of course.
So for starters, tell me a little bit about the Young Filmmakers Contest and what made you both kind of want to enter.
So the contest is, they basically give you one prop that you have to include in the film, and you have 30 seconds to 2 minutes to make it whatever you want, as long as it has the prop in it.
Okay.
And this year was playing cards. So as long as it could be no longer than 2 minutes, and it had to include playing cards, like any way you wanted to incorporate it.
So those are the only requirements, and then the rest was left up to you guys. Obviously, both of your films are great because they are finalists. So how did you react to finding out that you guys were finalists?
I was really excited. I was in my school cafeteria when I read the email, and I was like jumping for joy.
Yeah, me too. I looked at my email and I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm very excited about it.
Absolutely. What about filmmaking do you both love?
I like the directing side of it. Being an actor is definitely fun, but I also really like kind of telling people what to do and saying, okay, this is how this shot is going to go. This is how you're going to do it. And basically getting to know every single shot about it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, getting to take charge and be the leader. What
yeah,
about you,
I also think that's similar. I like directing it, but I also like editing it, because that's like really where the magic happens.
I like editing too.
And you have like all the creative liberty that you want when you're doing that.
Well, if you guys ever want to edit the stories that I do, I'll take your help, because that's not my favorite part. So I love that we have two editors here that are loving that. And you guys are both obviously young. It is the Youth Filmmakers Contest. So what are your goals for the future, maybe past high school? And does it involve film at all?
Yeah, so I'm going to Lander University in this fall, and I'm majoring in media communications, and my dream is to become a PIO, which is a public information officer for a sheriff's office. So I'll do basically like a news anchor, but for the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
So I do press releases and all different kinds of cases and stories and stuff like that.
Still using kind of your creative side with that job. And what about you, SB?
I would like to go to film school at some point, but it is very expensive. But that's really my only goal I have right now, and to be somewhere out there doing big things one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys told me kind of the requirements of the time and the cards. So you took that, and then tell me your creative process to get to where we are today with these films done, and how long did it take you both to put them together?
Okay, so my teacher, actually, I go to the Career Center, and my teacher, we had to do it for the young SC filmmakers, and we also had to do it for class, and so he gave us a week timeline to create a script for it, and then we had to start filming ASAP. So we started around February, I want to say, and then we ended 2 weeks before the deadline, and so that gave us 2 weeks to finalize and edit, and the script was basically my idea, and then we added some of our actors' ideas, incorporated it into it, and then also after that, the whole filmmaking process, it was a lot because we thought we were going to have a lot of dialogue, but because it was only 2 minutes, we had to cut out all of our dialogue.
That would be tricky, I'm sure. What about your creative process?
So as soon as they announced what the prop was, I immediately started brainstorming, and I didn't do it through my school, I just did it on my own.
Yeah.
So I started brainstorming, came up with a script. I shot in February, I think, which gave me pretty much all of March to edit it, and it was a lot of just sitting down and editing and editing and editing. So
I'm sure, I mean, with me, I feel like I'm never done, but eventually you have to
move
on, submit it, and clearly yours worked out very well. We are going to actually get a sneak peek of both of your films. So Mackenzie, tell me a little about what we can expect in The Dark Deck.
So The Dark Deck is basically about these 3 teenagers who get these cards, and this random scary man is giving us these cards, and he's basically telling us to go find out what happened, and you'll find out later in the film what happens, and we go throughout different areas and scenes to go find out where these cards are and where they're buried, and we all go together and find out what happens.
All right, well, let's take a look. right, that was just a little snippet there. It's definitely dark and eerie. You have
Right.
set the mood very well there. And then we're also going to talk about War on Cards. Give me a little preview.
So it's basically this girl, and she's just, originally she was having a tough day, kind of had to cut that scene out, it's a little too long. But basically stuff just starts turning into cards for her, and she doesn't know why, and she just gets more angry and angry about it, and you just have to see where she ends up.
All right, well, let's take a snippet of this one. Okay, so that actually wasn't a War on Cards. That was more of Mac's great film. We will put we'll have a link online because we want to also look at this one. Impressed with both of you guys. I need to know quickly your ages because I just don't believe it when I watch these films.
I'm 18.
18?
I'm 16.
And I'm very impressed. Let me just say that. And again, we have not seen SB's film, so we're gonna get a link because it is good, I promise. Thank you both so much for joining us, and best of luck Saturday. The top 10 films will screen at a special program at Spotlight Cinema's Capitol 8 in Columbia. The event is free, and you are welcome to attend. It will include a Q&A with all the filmmakers and the announcement of winners. Of course, for more information about the contest and our upstate finalists, you can head to foxcarolina.com.
All right, now moving on to